Telosa, the $400 billion vision that could redefine America. What if the next great American city didn't rise from history, but from a blueprint? Imagine a city not burdened by legacy systems or outdated infrastructure, but purpose-built for the future. A place where innovation meets equity, where skyscrapers power themselves, and where your commute never exceeds 15 minutes. Welcome to Telosa, a $400 billion vision that could transform the American landscape and perhaps more radically, redefine how society itself functions. In a time where traditional cities struggle with congestion, inequality, and outdated models, Telosa offers a daring alternative, built on intention, sustainability, and a new kind of civic identity. A city born from philosophy, not concrete. Unlike cities that evolved through centuries of war, migration, and expansion, Telosa begins with a question. What should a city be in the 21st century? Billionaire entrepreneur Marc Lore, best known for building and selling companies like Jet.com to Walmart, believes cities can and must do better. For him, Telosa isn't just architecture. It's an experiment in human potential. At its core lies the concept of Equitism, an economic model that seeks to combine capitalism's innovation with social equality. Land in Telosa will be publicly owned, while individuals and businesses can lease it. As the city grows and land values rise, that wealth is reinvested into public services, education, healthcare, and infrastructure. The goal? A city where wealth doesn't concentrate but circulates. Why start from scratch? You might ask, why not fix existing cities instead? The answer lies in scale and freedom. Modern cities are often restricted by aging infrastructure, zoning chaos, political gridlock, and historical inequality. Starting fresh allows Telosa to integrate sustainability, tech, and inclusivity from the ground up. It's a radical reboot of the American urban experience, one that blends the dynamism of New York, the tech precision of Tokyo, and the democratic innovation of Stockholm. Why the desert? A harsh canvas for a bold vision. Telosa's founders are targeting vast swaths of undeveloped land in the American West, regions in Nevada, Utah, Arizona, Texas, or even Idaho. Why the desert? 3 reasons. Availability. Large, inexpensive land offers a blank slate. Return on value. Cheap land now could generate enormous equity later. Control. No existing neighborhoods to displace. No legacy zoning. But building in the desert comes with enormous challenges: water scarcity, harsh temperatures, and the need to build foundational infrastructure before the first citizen arrives. It's a gamble not unlike Saudi Arabia's Neom or the Line. But unlike those, Telosa claims to be more grounded in practical urbanism, design that reflects values. At the center of Telosa's architectural strategy is world-renowned architect Bjarke Ingels, whose firm Bjarke Ingels Group has designed some of the most imaginative modern buildings on Earth. His vision includes the Equitism Tower, a central skyscraper symbolizing shared prosperity, containing public observation decks, solar panels, and vertical farms. Superblocks, residential blocks where traffic is kept to the edges, creating pedestrian-friendly interiors. Smart mobility, autonomous electric vehicles will dominate roads, and most essentials, schools, offices, parks, will be within a 15-minute walk or ride. The result? A carbon-neutral city that feels less like a sci-fi movie and more like a functional utopia. The Equitism economic model. Capitalism with a conscience. Traditional cities generate wealth. But for whom? Telosa introduces a system where land is community-owned. Instead of private developers owning land and extracting rent, residents lease land, and the increase in land value benefits everyone. Think of it as urban dividends. As Telosa becomes more valuable, those gains fund better public transit, schools, clinics, and cultural centers. Marc Lore describes it as a return on community investment, reversing the logic of gentrification, where prosperity pushes people out. In Telosa, success should lift all boats. Sustainability isn't a feature, it's a foundation. Telosa's environmental philosophy is clear: zero emissions, zero waste, and full sustainability. Energy. Every building will be topped with photovoltaic panels. Wind turbines on city perimeters will supplement solar production. The goal is to generate more energy than the city consumes. Food, vertical farms, and aeroponics will reduce dependency on supply chains and deliver fresh produce locally. Water. In a desert, water matters. Telosa aims to use advanced purification, desalination, and water recycling systems to maximize conservation. Every decision, from street layout to material sourcing, is filtered through sustainability. It's not about eco-branding, it's survival science. A city of 5 million? Phased growth and realistic timelines. Telosa won't appear overnight. Phase 1, 2030. 6 square kilometers, 50,000 residents. Pilot infrastructure. Schools, transport, energy. Phase 2, 2070. Over 120 square kilometers, 5 million residents, fully autonomous, self-sustaining metropolis. By comparison, the final size would rival San Francisco, but with 6 times the population density, thanks to better planning, shared vertical spaces, and transit-first design. The total cost? An estimated $400 billion. Funding is expected to come from a mix of private investors, federal grants, and philanthropic capital. Challenges that could derail Telosa. No vision is without its shadows. Telosa faces multiple high-stakes hurdles. Water in the desert. Even with advanced recycling and purification, reliable water supply will remain a critical concern. Funding at scale. Unlike the line, which is state-funded by Saudi Arabia, Telosa relies on private and public investments. Convincing financiers to back a city that doesn't exist is no small feat. Governance and execution. Building a city is more than pouring concrete. It's managing people, conflicts, taxes, services, and growth. Lore's business background is impressive, but city building requires political mastery too. Tech dependence. A city of autonomous cars, AI-managed infrastructure, and smart grids is vulnerable to cyber attacks, system failures, and costly maintenance. So why bother? Because cities define how we live. They affect our health, productivity, relationships, education, and happiness. Most were built for industries that no longer exist. Highways cut through neighborhoods. Pollution clogs air and lungs. Housing is unaffordable. Transit is failing. Opportunities feel limited. Community is fading. Telosa is an answer to the question, what if we started over, with people in mind first? It's not utopia, it's an aspiration. One rooted in data, vision, and an urgent need to rebuild not just physical cities, but the values they represent for future generations. How will life look in Telosa? Daily life in Telosa could feel like a blend of old-world walkability and high-tech convenience. Commutes under 15 minutes, bikes and slow EVs prioritized inside neighborhoods. Noise-free living zones away from major traffic. Transparent government powered by blockchain-like systems. Communal parks every few blocks. Free education and preventative healthcare. In short, the dream of balance. Work, live, breathe. All within a space built to support you, not overwhelm you. The bigger picture, can Telosa become a model for the world? If Telosa succeeds, it could become the blueprint for future urban development worldwide. Governments, architects, and city planners might adopt its best practices, particularly in fast-growing nations where cities are yet to be built. Even partial success would push global thinking forward. Like SpaceX normalized reusable rockets, Telosa might normalize cities that are clean, inclusive, and efficient from the ground up. Its influence could reach beyond physical planning, shaping global policy, infrastructure investment, and public expectations around livability, equity, and technology for generations to come. That's the scale of its potential. Telosa is a $400 billion bet, not just on technology or design, but on human potential. It's a city that asks bold questions. What if equity was built into the economy? What if every citizen thrived? What if cities healed instead of harmed? It may take decades. It may face failures. But if even part of this dream becomes real, Telosa might not just be a new city. It might be a new chapter in civilization. If you found this vision inspiring, let us know in the comments. Would you live in Telosa? Can a city like this actually work? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of our world.